Hi, folks. It's Tuesday night, about 6 weeks out from the general election. So I'm going to try to. This is take two of my video, to be honest with you. The first one ran too long with a lot of ums in it. So I'm trying to do this one a little quicker with less ums. And basically, I'm outlining my game plan here for the run up to the general election, as I say like 3 times. So here's the deal: we got past the primary thanks to you, and it was a close one, and I'm super proud to have made it this far. But with your help, we can go further, and we can do more, and we can win this thing. And here's the plan. So simply put, we need more votes. Um, if my current supporters, you guys, can commit to trying to convert or find 5 new voters between now and the general election, that can put us over the top. The way you do that is simple. You talk to people. Um, Sorry about that. I know it's not much fun to engage people in politics, especially in this divisive climate we've got going on. Uh, but it is necessary if we want to get to where we want to get as far as this campaign goes. So it's not too bad. It's a local election. There's not all this national divisive politics involved. What you need to do is just when you see your neighbor, maybe if talk about your yard sign. If you don't have a yard sign yet, let me know. I got some extra, and it's a good starting point to talk to your neighbors. Say, hey, I'm voting for this guy because of these things. So talk about your favorite parts of my platform. Your word of mouth, your endorsement is more powerful than really anything I can do on my site or in a speech, because your neighbors know you, they trust you, they know, you are saying you support me because of good reasons, not because you're getting anything out of it, because they trust you. So they naturally don't trust politicians a lot of times. And even though I don't really consider myself a politician, this is my first campaign and all that, they know I want to win. They know I want to run for office. So your recommendation will mean a lot. And you can do this very effectively if you can engage a few people. And if you need some literature, let me know. I'll drop these off. I just had them printed. I got a whole bunch because I'm planning on giving a whole lot out. And just let me know. I'll drop them by, and you can use them. There's some bullets on the back. Conversation starters. Talk about my infrastructure plan. Talk about how I want to prioritize our infrastructure over luxury projects. Talk about how I want to bring in new businesses and services to Quincy. Talk about my environmental platform, or that I'm guarding against short-sighted development. Um, Really, whatever drew you to this campaign, um, talk about that, because I over almost 350 of you voted for me, and I only know a few of you. So a lot of you are voting because you like what I have to say. So tell people about that, and if you help me out there, we can make up some ground real quick. Find people that didn't vote in the primary. There's a lot of people that are busy, and oh, it's a general elections in November. What are you talking about, September? They might not even have realized there was one. Get them out there. Make a plan to vote. Remind each other. If they need rides, offer rides. This is the kind of things we need to do in November. We need to drive voter. We need big turnout. Um, I would imagine that my opponent probably got the votes he's going to get. So we need to get new votes. Um, and we can convert some of those votes too, because a lot of those people didn't even know my name. But maybe now they're going to look into our campaign and switch their vote in November. But we can do this if we find a few people each. Um, so talk to your Ward 1 family and friends. Explain why I'm your choice. Another thing you can do that is, if you have the means and you're inclined, is financial support. I don't usually ask for that directly like this, although some of you have been really generous. But I'm being outspent 6-1. Um, as far as campaign balances, my opponent's got just ridiculous amounts more than I do. Um, and I don't really care about that. I'm proud that I'm running a lean campaign. There's no reason to make you guys take money out of your pocket unnecessarily. But I do hope to do a few things between now and the general, including print advertisement and maybe have a campaign get together. I'm talking to some local restaurants trying to find a good deal. by getting together, supporters can talk to each other and organize and rally, and then new people can come in and check it out. And so that I'd like to do at least one or two of those. So I need some support there. If we can just, if you have the means, it would really help, because the print advertisement is something we haven't utilized yet. That's something that could really, find some new people. Next thing, if you can volunteer some time. I know we're all busy, but we're in the stretch run here. If you can come to some of the standouts, if you can hold a sign just for a couple hours, that really does find voters. It's 2017. It's still something we need to do, is to stand outside and hold signs. I predict in the future we won't, but for now it's still a very effective strategy. And so if you had some time to come to the standouts, or help with the signs, anything, get in touch with me. It would go a long way. Make a plan for election day. Obviously, don't forget to vote, but remind others to vote. Ask others to vote. If you can volunteer to get people to the polls, if you can volunteer to be available on election day, that would be amazing for me, because my opponent is got a good group of people that come and stand next to him at these polls, and we need to do the same. If you can contribute your abilities, your talent, if you're a graphic designer or a writer or an editor, photographer, video editor, coordinator, to help with be like a precinct captain or something, these are all things I definitely need. So let's get involved. This isn't going to work without you. I can't do this myself. I'm being very humble and honest about that. If this is what we want for Ward 1 in Quincy, if we want to have a new voice, if we want a non-political insider, somebody who's going to bring checks and balances to City Hall, we need to do a little bit of work now. I'll do the most work, but if you could support me by talking to your friends and family and maybe volunteering or supporting in any way you can, we can do this. So I'm writing a blog post that's going to outline the whole plan, so you don't have to watch this video again. But share this video, share my other videos, send people to my website. I got talking points on my homepage. Just get our message out, because if the more people that hear the message, the more voters we're going to get, because we have a superior message by far. Everyone I talk to tells me our campaign has the most ideas. Our campaign has the clearest vision. But what we don't have is name recognition. What we don't have is the roots in the city where everyone knows who Joe Murphy is. But when they find out who Joe Murphy is, we get a lot of voters. So with your help, we can do something cool. All right, thanks.